Hi, Samira. Good evening, friends. Welcome to Roaring Cycles Spotlight. And we are today going to continue our interview that we had left halfway yesterday. So, let me bring on Mar from Spain, and let's start with the interview. Give me a minute. Hi,
Hello. How you
welcome to
doing?
the show. I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for asking. Here is a little bit late, but it's always a pleasure to participate in shows like yours with lots of people, lots of motorcycle enthusiasts and passionate as you and me.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you one thing. I promised to come with a special guest, but
Yes.
this person is still at work, so today cannot join. But I promise to bring it in other session, in other show.
Sure. Definitely. Definitely.
No problem.
Thank you. I know it's a bit late. I mean, the time difference between India and Australia is like 5.5 hours. So, yeah, it gets a bit
Yeah,
late.
no problem at all. No problem at all.
So, thank you once again for joining us on this show. And yesterday was a real quick one. And so, we got to know that you love motorcycles, and motorcycle is like your life. You've been racing, you've been marshalling. And tell us, how did you start with all of this?
Well, when I start, how I start? Well, I always loved motorcycles since I was very young. I really don't remember, because well, I remember being a child and looking a motorbike or somebody, a rider passing by, and I was like, wow, one day I would like to do it. Was like innate passion. And
Wow.
also, my dad is a biker,
Uh-huh.
so there has been always the motorbikes have been always like in my home. We all race motorcycle in at home in my family. That's true that, for example, my brothers and sisters don't have the same passion like my dad and me, but we
Okay.
all are like all involved in the motorcycle community. And then I decided, well, I started to ride when I was 12.
Wow.
Um, then I went to trial school to do some off-road when I was 14 or 15. Then when I was 18, I got my full license.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and till now. And then, well, about racing, normally when people do racing, they normally think about starting very young, because nowadays if you don't start when you're a child, it's like you cannot do anything. In my case, I started to race as an adult when I got my financial, independence. When I could pay my trainings and track days and my bikes and everything. So when I was 25 or 24, 25, I started to race.
Okay.
So that's the reason I would like to tell this, because I would like that people keep on fighting for their dreams. Please don't think that if you are not very young, or you didn't start very young, you cannot race. You can start. Never too late to pursue your goals and your dreams. And with perseveration, with effort, and with everything, you can reach whatever. And at the moment, now I am 36 years old, but when I was 31,
Mhm.
I raced in my first international, my first FIM
Okay.
competition. That normally is, it's like very weird, because normally you find riders, young riders, like in between 15 years old and 21 years old riders in international competitions. But
Right.
I did it. So if I did it, everybody can do it. So please don't stop pursuing your dreams, and keep on fighting for all what you want, especially in this passion we all share. Because I think it's like everybody who is listening to us, you and me. I think we all share the same passion. We all share the same feeling about this.
Correct. Yeah.
It's riding is happiness. It's more than passion. It's a way of life. I always say that.
Yeah. Yeah, riding is always a way of life. Like yesterday, you said, like if you're upset or if you feel like demotivated or depressed, you just take out your bike and go. It's the same with I
That's
think
true.
most of us. We just, I mean, the moment we are angry or we feel that we need to vent out or we need to let ourselves go, we pick up a bike and just run away and go for a ride and come back and
Yes.
then we are all set and there. So
Yes. I
yeah,
totally
it's a way
agree.
of life, definitely. So, for the international rides or the races that you do we need to have some kind of like certification or something, or um, any particular course that we need to do before we apply for these races?
For races, just well, for starting to race, what you need is just training hard in the track. I started doing track days.
Uh-huh.
I started doing lots of track days, like every weekend. On summer, like dedicating all my money to go to track days.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see that you are getting better, that you are improving, that you are doing better laps, and that you feel that you can compete. You feel, you feel that moment. You are
Right.
like, when you see your improvement, you improve every day, because in riding and in racing, you never stop learning.
Correct.
Every day is a learning day. But when you see that improvement, that you can go better, you can do better. What I did was, just starting to do lots of track days, then getting more involved in the racing community in my country. And since that moment, looking for teams who were looking for riders, for example, for amateur competitions, small cups. I studied in endurance racing.
Uh-huh.
um, and after trying and trying, finally I got a place and an opportunity in a very important team to race the 24 hours of Montmeló.
Wow.
In that time, I was a little bit unlucky, because in an official training I crashed,
Oh.
and I broke my forearm and some ribs, and I had to say bye bye to the opportunity, because I was not going to be healthy on time, and I was not my recovery was going to be so slow. So
Slow.
they had to find another rider.
Uh-huh.
But I'm still in touch with the team, so the opportunity is always there. And I did, after my injury, I did lots of different competitions. So, I don't know if you say the same, but in Spain we say that when the door closes, another opens. So just
Yes,
keep on
absolutely
trying, never stop doing it.
correct.
But
Absolutely.
just that, just perseverance. Yeah.
Yeah, if one door closes, the other is always open. You just need to find where it is and go for it.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
That's true.
absolutely. So, Mar, you've been in Spain and then you moved to Australia now. Any other countries that you have ridden across? I mean, Europe is such a vast zone. How many countries have you been through?
Well, I've been riding. I think Europe. I've been, as I'm from Spain, and in the European Union, there are no borders. You can just cross the countries with your bike, and there's no policeman or some. Nobody's gonna stop you. There are no borders.
Okay.
So I've been riding many countries in Europe, like in the last 15 years, many countries.
Uh-huh.
I think I've been in the country I've most visited in Europe. I think the Netherlands, Italy, Portugal, maybe France and Belgium. But I've also rode many other countries like Andorra, also Denmark. I've been in Germany, what else? In Czech Republic, in San Marino, in Monaco, Romania, what else? Ukraine,
Yeah.
and well, also in out of Europe, but close to Spain. I've been also in Morocco. Morocco is an amazing country, very beautiful, and for riding on road and off road, whatever you prefer, is really
Wow.
beautiful. And well, also, yeah, well, I'm from Spain, so please come to ride Spain. Spain is really beautiful. You're gonna love it because there are lots of different landscapes, and you can find. You can go from the coldest place to the warmest place in the same day. It's like it's a small country, but it's really beautiful and full of windy roads that you can enjoy with your motorbike. So please, you are all invited. Whenever you want to go to ride Spain, just let me know, and I'll help you to arrange everything. And I contact all my ride mates and my ride mates, and so if we can offer any help and be helpful for all of you guys, just please let me know. Just contact me. Don't hesitate to contact me because I'll be able to help. Very happy to help.
Cool. That's really nice of you, Mar. And that's what I was coming to next. As in, if someone has to spend time in Spain, how long would they need to stay there to go around the country? And also, what are the things that they can actually go and explore and find out
In which country?
in
In
Spain?
Spain, for example? In Spain. Well, you can find, for example, in northern Spain, well, the north is very different to the south. This southern Spain, Andalusia is like the warmest place you can find. Like there's always like high temperatures, like between 30 and 40 degrees. And then northern Spain is very beautiful, but I prefer northern Spain. Well, I'm from northern Spain. I know that's a little bit, but I really love it because as it's like the hidden place of Spain. Nobody goes there because of the weather is a little bit. I think it's similar to the weather in the UK. It's raining the 365 days of the year, but when you find 2 weeks, you find 2 weeks of sunny days. Is the most amazing place ever. There are only winding roads, mountain passes. You ride in between the mountains. It's really beautiful. And there are like lots of national parks where you can discover lots of places, and you are gonna find animals, and then the food is really good. I like the gastronomy from northern Spain more than in southern Spain.
Uh,
Yeah, that's true. That southern Spain is the most touristic place.
okay.
But if you are more like if you want an adventure, if you want to explore and discover things that normally they don't appear in the tourist books or tourist postcards, as I always say, go to northern Spain. Yeah, it's worth it.
So In Spain, so most of, I mean, there are a lot of Indians who are absolute vegetarians, and they generally have a
Mhm.
problem when they go out of the country to have to find vegetarian food. So, how, I mean, is it possible to get good vegetarian food in Spain?
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. It is possible. I see. Oh, I see in the comments that somebody's asking if does Spain have spicy food like India? Yes, actually, we cook with lots of spices, and
Okay.
I think there are many. Yeah, I think there's food like is very similar to Indian food. I think you're gonna love it.
Cool.
And
I mean, yeah, we
what
Indians
else?
love a lot of spice in our food, and it
Yeah,
extremes sometimes, like too spicy or too sweet. So we always love
yeah,
that kind of spice. I mean, since you have been to India,
yeah.
you would know our
I love
kind of.
spices. I'm always into very spicy food because well I love Indian food. I love spices. I love oof, I love it.
Wow, wow.
I'm a biker and a foodie. So if you combine food and riding, I'm totally yours.
Wow, wow. That sounds so much like me. Like I love to try new food, new places,
Me
new
too.
stuff. The only thing is I'm a
Yes.
vegetarian. That's why I asked you the question if a vegetarian food is available out there.
Well,
So yeah,
in
one.
Spain you don't have problems with that. You can find all kind of food for vegetarian, for vegan, for
Mhm.
whatever. There's no problem with that. Also, there are lots of now you can find lots of places that take care about if you are gluten allergic or something like that. So there's no problem with food. You're gonna be very happy with food in Spain and also with riding.
So
That's a
Mohit
true.
here wants to know what things motivates you the most when it comes to biking.
Um, mm, my motivation. I would say more than motivation. I don't need motivation for riding because I love riding. Is for me is a source of happiness. So I really need riding in my life. I don't know. Sometimes I think, what 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 would I do if I couldn't ride? Because for me it's a source of happiness. When I feel low, when I feel worried, when something goes wrong in my life, it's what you told before. I just turn on the engine and go for a ride, and I feel my mind just switch off, and I feel like I can fix the world. My energy, my battery is refilled with lots of positive energy. So I really don't need a motivation to ride. For me, I think it's innate passion or just
It's
happiness.
in your
I
blood.
always yeah, it's in, or I don't know if it's in the blood or in the genes, but when all the people sometimes asks me, when people ask me, what do you feel when you're riding? And people normally answer, I feel freedom. I feel free. I don't feel free. Freedom for me is not a, freedom is a human right. Is there's nothing
Yes,
to do with writing. For me, writing is
correct.
happiness. Means happiness, and
Absolutely.
happiness is the I think is the energy for doing things, for being better, for pushing yourself to be a better person in your life, in other people's life, in your job, in your day by day. Happiness is what you need. Freedom is something, is a different feature of life. Freedom is a human right. You don't have to find it. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. For me, it's more than that. For me, it's happiness. Makes me
Absolutely.
feel, I feel, yeah, no, I'm not a very confident, self-confident person, but
Mhm.
when I'm writing, I really feel the most self-confident person on earth. So I think I explained
Wow.
everything with that.
So Kiran wants to know whether you prefer riding in a group or you prefer riding alone.
I like riding. I like both because sometimes I like to share the ride experience with my ride mates and meet new people, meet new riders wherever I go. And other times I like, for example, when I leave work, I just get my motorbike and go for a ride before going back home. Sometimes I just prefer going solo, and other times with groups. Doesn't matter with that. I enjoy riding. I just enjoy riding. Doesn't matter with who or how many people we are. I enjoy the
Mhm.
rides.
So Abhishek has another question. He says, "Do you explore places as well on a ride, and what are the most memorable ones?"
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Sorry, he asks whether you ride to explore places as well when on a ride, and what are the most memorable ones, like any memories or
Oh,
any more memorable ride that you have.
oh! It's. I think it's connected, right? Because I ride to. Well, I always say that riding on a motorcycle, you finally discover places that you'd never visit if you go by car or by train or in any other kind of means of transport. Riding, you end up in really hidden places that you'd never know they were there.
Right, yeah.
Is so I love to. Well, I love riding to explore, to
Mm-hmm.
also to know more about places and cultures, because it's everything related. You
Correct.
want to know, you want to learn. You learn about everything, and you feel, you like to feel everything. And then there's something for me special. I love, I'm really, well, maybe it's weird, but I really love roads.
Uh-huh.
I like to know, for example, when I go to other country, I'm very interested in how the roads are, which kind of signs or material is done. It's for me, it's very like, it's a little bit like something special for me, and so I pay lots of attention. I pay so much attention on the road and the landscape with the road. Uh, but it's a little bit of everything. I arrive to explore, to know more about the place, to get every detail of the road and the landscape of the road, to meet new riders. And then when you meet new riders, you realize that all the people in the world, we are all the same. We have all the same goals in life. We all want to be happy. So just, I think it's just go and see. That's the reason I always say, don't trust what the news or the
Yes,
TV
yeah.
says about wherever in the world, because it's not the full truth. There are good people and bad people everywhere. There are good things and bad things everywhere, and the most of the times you are going to find the good things and the good people, because we are all
Absolutely.
the same. We have all the same goals in life, and we all want to be happy, and especially in the motorcycle community, which is, for me, if I have to describe the motorcycle community worldwide in one word, would be solidarity, because it's
Mm-hmm.
what I found in every country. All the bikers
Absolutely.
wants to help you, to give you
Yeah.
accommodation, to sponsor you, to help you when you are in trouble. Uh, I,
Absolutely.
I only have good words for people worldwide, for bikers worldwide. I don't have any bad
Absolutely.
word, and any
Yeah.
bad memory, all good memories. And I always say that also, in the case of having a bad memory, it's not a bad memory, it's a learning memory. You learn
Right.
about it.
Correct. Absolutely. So, Kiran has one more question for you. She's like, how well the women riders are welcomed in Spain. So, in some countries, women are not very much encouraged to ride motorcycles. How is it
Mhm.
in Spain?
In Spain, there are lots of women riders. I remember when I started to ride, we were only a few of them, especially in my city, in the city where I was born. I
Mhm.
think for 6 to 10 years, I was the only female riding in the whole city.
Wow.
But nowadays there are lots of women riders, and you can find women riders with from all ages and all kind of bikes. For example, you can find the women riders with super sport bikes. Maybe you can find also, a 50 or 55-year-old woman on the track, like racing, but doing amazing
Yeah.
laps that you can. I had in one of the teams I was racing for. I have one of my mates, or another rider, was a lady, a 51-year-old lady that
Wow.
was really amazing on the track, and for me was like a role model because I was learning so much from her.
Uh-huh.
And now you can find lots, especially you can find there are two big female motor clubs in Spain. One is Moto Comadres, is from northern Spain, from the region I am for. And the other one is Mujeres en Moto in Madrid.
Mhm.
Both they organize lots of rallies and events, and there are lots of them there. But yes, you can nowadays in Spain you can find lots of women riders. Also in Australia, here in Australia there are lots of women riders as well, and that's very good. But because it means we are, breaking stupid stereotypes and stupid
Stereotypes.
barriers,
Yeah. Correct.
yeah, that's good to see.
Awesome. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer staying in Spain or do you prefer Australia?
I like both, and I'm gonna tell you one secret. I always say, well, it's not a secret because I tell to everybody, but but it's like a special feature for me. I always say that I consider myself, I'm an Earth citizen, a world citizen. I was born in Spain, but I'm a world citizen. I don't believe in flags or borders or
Correct.
countries, because for me all the countries are beautiful. I feel comfortable everywhere where I go. I really feel comfortable, and people are always very polite and very kind and very well and good with me. So I cannot say I prefer this country more than this other, because I always keep good memories from everywhere I go, also from my home country. So I'm just a world citizen. I love my world. I love the earth. I love I love all the countries of the world. I hope one day all the stupid wars
All the
and
borders
everything
go
disappear, because
disappear.
yeah, it's stupid. I always say all the conflicts could in the world could be fixed in a race. You put
Yep.
all the politicians in the starting grid and they can race. But not
And whoever
fighting a
wins,
war and kill people. Yeah.
absolutely. So, how different did you find riding in Spain, or I mean in other countries, as compared to India?
From India, it's very different. For example, the traffic, which I love. I really love the traffic, riding in the traffic in
Okay.
India. I think I know I sound crazy, but it's one of the things I most love from India, riding in the traffic. it's it's funny
Yeah,
because you
many
are
people complain like
zigzagging.
correct. Many people
Especially,
complain
I
that
think.
riding in India, and they sometimes ask us like, how do you survive in such traffic and all that? You're the first person I'm hearing who says, I love traffic of India.
I love it, and I love honking the with the horn and everything. I love it because it's different it's very different than Europe. In Europe, is everything like nobody breaks the rules. It's like
Yeah,
so not boring,
discipline.
but it's different. So, and I love from India. I love the horn of the trucks and the buses. I love the music. The melodies. I really enjoyed riding India, and I've been twice because after the first time, as I told you in the other session, I fell in
Yeah,
love with your country, and
thank
I expect to go back when this coronavirus crisis blows away, because this COVID-19 is shaking the world, and now we cannot do anything. But I'm thinking about going back to India, and I'll go back more than once and twice, because there are lots of places, still so many places to visit, still so many roads to ride, and
you.
I really would like to go back.
You're
So
most
we'll
welcome to
we'll make
come
it
back
best.
to India. And if whenever you are in India, we will see to it that we do meet up in person whenever you're here. So I stay in Mumbai,
Thank you
so
very
Mumbai
much.
is uh, it's the financial capital of India, so you can. I mean, anyone would let
Oh,
you
that's
also come to
fantastic.
India.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So
I would
yeah,
be,
you should come.
I would be very glad to meet you all, and I would be very happy to ride with you all, and share experiences and stories with all of you. I think
Yes.
it's part of the trip, it's part of the ride, meeting the people and sharing and making friends forever, making friends for
Yeah.
life. And
Yeah.
after riding many countries of the world, now I can say that I have more than friends. And now I can say, just I can give a call to somebody in India and say, okay, maybe next month I'll fly there. Let's go for a ride, or let's meet, or I can go to Belgium, I can go to Italy or to any other place, and I have a friend there, because riders, we are all connected, like
Yeah.
motorbikes connect people. Is
Correct.
amazing.
Yeah, here in India, we have lots of biking groups. I mean, different groups in different states, different cities, and even if within the cities, there are many groups, and we all have these events where we, typically get together, have fun for 2 3 days, like in the weekends, and then have some small, competitions and stuff just for fun's sake. And
Yes.
that's the way we bond more amongst ourselves. So, and then we also have these various groups for people who get stuck while they are riding, no matter where in India you get stuck.
Ah,
We just give a
that's
call
nice.
to that group or put a message, and then we get help almost immediately. So yeah, the way it is connected in India, it's like one whole country into that biking community types.
Yes. Yes. Wow,
Definitely,
I
happy to
really
have
would
you
like to
here.
go back.
Yeah. So,
Please find the vaccine for the coronavirus. People all over the world, please
yeah,
find the
run it
vaccine
out, run it out.
and open the doors of the world again.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you are part of Vima. I know, did you meet Osa over there? I mean, she's in south of Spain, you
Yes,
said.
yes,
So,
yes.
how did you connect with
I met
her?
her in Spain. Yes,
Uh-huh.
sorry. Yeah. Oh, I met her in Spain, and also we catch up in the WWR London party, the final party
Uh-huh.
in February this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I have, for me, WIMA has a special, it's very special for me, because you guys, you recognize the part of the all the work I did as part of the team who organized the Women Riders World Relay, and awarded me with that fantastic recognition, and the membership, international membership for life.
Wow.
For me, it's more than an honor. It's more than an honor. I'm really happy. It's something that I tell with pride to my ride mates and to everybody, because uh, I really feel it's a very good action, a very
Yeah.
good recognition, and because I put lots of for me, it was like I put lots of effort,
Uh-huh.
and I did my best when I was part of the team who organized WWR, and we might recognize that, and for me is such an honor. Really, is I have no words to describe it, because I really felt happy and I don't know how to explain it, but it's really good feelings inside me, and I'll be thankful. I'll say thank you until the end of my days for that, because it's a really beautiful gift you gave me, guys. And I
Yeah,
hope to take
congratulations
part
for
and
that.
participate. Thank you. I would like to take, when this COVID-19 blows away, I'll start to participate and take a part in WIMA events and in everything you, if I can help with anything you think I can help or whatever, I'll be very happy to help you and promote WIMA wherever I go and whatever, I'll be there for all of you guys, always.
Wow, wow, that's truly awesome. One of our friend, he has asked some question in Spanish, but then I don't know to speak Spanish, so I cannot read it out to you.
We can
So
teach
I,
you. Also
yeah,
speaks very well. Also speaks, her Spanish is very good, so we can teach you some words.
I would love to. I would love to learn Spanish. I mean, I have a flair for languages. I love to learn different languages. I know about only 5 Indian languages, or rather 4 Indian languages
Wow,
and
that's
one language
amazing.
English. So
But that's
yeah,
really amazing. You speak and write them. So you know of the full five
yeah,
Indian languages. That's amazing.
yeah.
That's really amazing. Especially is one thing I love from India that really surprised me a lot, because and it's a common thing with Spain, because Spain is a small country, but there are lots
Uh-huh.
of like co-official languages depending on the
Hmm.
region. And India,
Okay.
you have like about 20 official languages, right? The
Yeah.
20. It's
So
amazing. It's fascinating.
India has about 1684 languages, different languages. But yeah, the dialects are about 20, as in the scriptures are lesser,
Wow,
but definitely, yeah, much
amazing.
more.
That's a very
So
rich culture, It's a very rich culture. I always say that I'm like you. I think like you. I love languages. I think languages are the key for moving around the world wherever you go. To making yourself understand wherever you go is one of the best things you can do and you can feel. Like making yourself understand.
yeah,
And
exactly. So
yes, and
Is the Spanish language that's spoken in Spain any different to the one that is spoken in US? I mean, in US there are a lot
yeah,
of people who speak Spanish.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Is
It's
it
the same
very different?
Spanish, but different dialects. And sometimes, for example, the accents in Spain are different than the accents of Latin American Spanish.
Okay.
But we can understand. We understand each other because the most of the vocabulary is common. But they have, for
Uh-huh.
example, slang is different. So
Right.
sometimes we don't understand. But the most of the, I think the 90% of the language is the same, but different accents.
Uh-huh.
And then in the US, the same. In the US, is similar to Latin American accents than to Spanish from Spain. And then inside Spain, for example, the Castilian Spanish, which is the main Spanish, also has different accents depending on the region. And for example, sometimes I don't understand if people from another region speaks very fast. I don't, sometimes I don't understand because of the accent. And it's really amazing. I really think it's amazing how in the same country, like in India, you can find different accents, different languages,
Yes,
different dialects.
correct.
I think it's amazing. Part of it's something that for me in cultures that is fascinating to know about from different
Yeah,
cultures.
it's quite different even in India. Like if you take Hindi, so Hindi in the northern part of India is spoken differently. The way it is spoken in the west side is
Wow,
different. East it is different,
wow,
and in the south people don't speak much of
yes,
Hindi. It's a different language altogether. So
wow,
even like every 20 kilometers or 50 kilometers that you go inside a village or inside a state, the dialect changes, the accent changes, the words that they use changes. So yeah, it is
Yeah.
very. I mean, even the culture, the food, everything changes as and when you keep traveling. But yeah,
Wow.
if you understand one language, I mean, if you know Hindi basic, I think you
You
can
can.
survive in all those Hindi states where they speak Hindi.
Wow.
So
Mhm.
yeah, I will
That's
definitely learn
amazing.
Spanish from you. I know only two words. One is
That's
I know one is
fantastic. Please,
gracias.
let's keep in touch.
Yes,
I'll be really happy to help you with that, and definitely we'll catch up one day and we'll write together one day. That's for sure. I'm
yes,
just waiting to the the people who are gonna fix this coronavirus stuff when the world opens its gates again and we can travel again. I think there's gonna be like a when this COVID-19 crisis blows away, I think there's gonna be like a big boom of riders all over the world,
yes.
traveling at the same time together, going everywhere. Because we are at home
Yeah.
right now, like trying
Even
to plan
itching to
trips.
try it now, as of now. I mean, everyone is like, okay, the moment you say, it's like when you race and you're at the start line and waiting for the gun to be shot to start running, and
Yes,
everyone will run away, and that's not going to
yes.
happen. So, Kiran has a question for you. Kiran is asking, in all this time that you have been riding, did you have any weird situation that you came across, like something that was out of the normal, uh,
I
something that
haven't.
was
Well, that's
unusual?
true that I haven't experienced like I never experienced in my trips like a bad moment or a complicated moment like with people. I mean, like a really bad thing. Never. I've been lucky. I've been very lucky because I know people that have experienced, for example, I know a girl who was nearly raped. I don't remember which country, but she could escape. She could run
Mhm.
away, but she was in that trouble.
Right,
I've been lucky, but because I've only had good experiences in all the places I've been,
mhm.
and I think it's because I always say, and I will always try to follow like one of my convictions or my pillars when traveling is like in Rome, do what Romans do. It's like do what locals do. Ask the locals. If the locals
Mhm.
tells you not to go to this neighborhood, don't go there. Or if they tell you it's better not to go, after 10 p.m. walking alone is not the best idea ever. So I try to do I try to follow the advices from local people. I always try
Uh-huh.
to go with local people because I don't like organized trips or trips from agencies because they only show you the very best of the best. No, I would like to see the life. I would like to see and to experience how is the day by day of a normal person.
Right.
So I always try to be with locals, so I just follow them and I follow their advices. So I think that's the reason I never had a problem, like a big trouble. But in riding, I have had lots of funny situations. Like, well, I have to fill the tank. I think I have to stop in a gas station, but maybe I can do 20 kilometers more, and I keep on riding. So suddenly I ran out of petrol in the middle of nowhere, and maybe I had to push my bike maybe 10 kilometers until finding a gas station or somebody who can put my bike on the trailer and go with me to a gas station or something like that. Like funny moments like that, lots of them. Or for example, uh, I have a funny story. Like I was very funny because was when I was still at college. I remember that day I was doing an exam, and when
Uh-huh.
I left the exam, when I finished, I was like very upset with myself, very cross with myself, because I didn't do it as good as I could. I studied so hard for it, but
Yeah.
my feeling wasn't very good, so I was upset with me. So Mar decided to take the bike, right to the coast, take a ferry to France, and finish riding in Normandy and the French Brittany, And always, I went only with the backpack,
Okay.
some panties to change. I had
Uh,
also the calculator from the exam and the papers from the exam, so I went on a trip with nothing.
oh.
And I finished in France riding a week there, just because I
Wow.
was crossed with me and with the world. And those funny moments of being, you don't know where to go because you didn't plan anything and you don't have any clothes to change and nothing, so you just drop yourself off whenever you want. Or for example, in my case, now I don't do it, but when I was younger, I usually keep the money from the accommodation to use it in petrol or in other, or maybe in things that I mostly needed in that moment. So I decided to camp, to free camp in big service stations, or in the middle of nowhere, maybe in a stopping bay in the middle of the road, but not camping with a tent, just like
Sleeping by
I
the
always carry,
roadside.
like, yeah, just a blanket
Oh,
and a sleeping bag, and beside the bike, close to the
yeah.
engine to make me feel warm. And yes, and then I think when I was younger, I didn't think about the dangers you could find, but
Correct.
now I'm more concerned about it. For example, right now I wouldn't do it again because I know that there can happen. Maybe not,
Yeah.
but maybe yes, can happen something, or you can get in trouble. But when I was younger, I usually I usually did that. But yes, my thing, my most common trouble is running out of petrol in the middle of nowhere because I'm too lazy to stop.
I mean, over here, if you ever stop like that, I mean, if you get stuck somewhere, you'll have to push your bike for probably another 50 kilometers on the highway to get some petrol.
Yeah. And one day, this happened to me in Spain. I ran
Okay,
out of petrol at the top of a mountain pass. So I was lucky because I was at the top. So the rest of the mountain pass was just going down. So
right.
I was lucky because
Yeah. So that,
I could go down, with the engine off, and then in the first
yeah.
village I found, just ask for petrol. Where's the next, the
Wow.
closest petrol station? But I was very lucky. Imagine if I ran out of petrol climbing the mountain pass up. Oh my God,
Oh,
I
that
could.
I know that would have been like really tiring and tedious, pushing your bike
Yeah.
upward all the way up and not finding a petrol pump. My God, that's
Yeah.
so. Yeah, Mar, would you like to give some advice to our viewers over here?
Well, I don't. I always say that I'm not the right person to give any advice. But the only thing I can say to the people is just listen to yourself, and keep on riding, keep on following your dreams. uh, Fill your life with positive energy. uh, ride and ride, never stop riding, no matter what people say. There will be lots of detractors, especially when you want to achieve something big, like doing a big trip or doing racing or whatever you have in mind that you want to fulfill. You'll find lots of jealous people and lots of people who will try to defeat you and try to make you feel bad. So don't listen to that. Listen to the good things. Get rounded about with people that is positive and is gonna support you, and just believe in yourself. And that's all. Just keep on riding. No, doesn't matter your level or your skills. The skills comes with the experience. Nobody was born knowing how to ride a motorbike. So if
Correct.
you want to ride, if you really would like to learn to ride, and just do it and keep on riding, because the experience and the skills comes with that, with riding and more riding. There's no the secret, there's no the magic purse, or no, it's just getting experience riding. And I really,
Yeah.
from here, I tell you, if you don't feel if you feel you are alone and you don't have support, or you need more somebody to push you to open your eyes and get ready and start to do it, just please let me know. Please contact me. I really, I know I know what happens when you don't have support in things what you want to do. So I really know that feeling. So if sometimes you need just a push, just let me know. And please just listen to your heart, listen to yourself, and keep on riding and keep on following your dreams. Is what all the people should do in life, because it's the secret of life, the meaning of life is to be happy.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that, Mar. I mean, 100% or 200%, or, how many of a percent, I agree with you on that. But you have to live your dream. I mean, you are born to live your dream. You're born free. You're not born to be held back by someone, and your independence is yours. So you need to do what you love to do all the time. And if riding is your passion, don't ever give up on that. Keep riding. If
Thank
no matter
you.
if you fall or if you get hurt or whatever, just move on
Thank
with it, and yeah, things will
you.
definitely get better and better as you go on. Definitely there. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
It was really so good to talk to you, Mar. And we have just about started this international interview, I mean, interviewing people globally. And we do
Mhm.
hope to get more and more people like you to come on board and talk to us, and share about your country, about your views about riding and all this. And so yeah, it was
That would be
definitely wonderful,
awesome.
and I am going to reach out to you for more on how to go about racing, or how to get onto the international side and
Mhm.
everything, because my dream is to ride to as many countries as possible, whenever and
That's
however
awesome.
possible. Yeah.
I'll thank you. I'll give you some contacts. Some people you can contact them. So and I really well, thank you very much for inviting me. And I think your idea, your show, is amazing. I really like this kind of this kind of projects, because they are the people like you share the real stories of the real stories of world travelers, of bikers, of this is real stories. Because when you, for example, go to a famous magazine, or a famous I don't know, a famous show, it's like I don't feel identified, because it's like they make the things for rich people. I'm not gonna buy a Ducati Panigale V4 because I don't have the money. I'm not
Correct.
gonna travel with. I'm not gonna buy a GS and put the full Touratech stuff to travel. To go to buy the bread on the shop, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm a real person. I'm a person like you. I'm a person like all of you guys. I'm gonna
Correct.
I'm gonna do a real trip. So that's the reason I like this kind of shows, and I would
Thank
like to
you.
support them, because this is the real life of a biker. You show the real bikers and the real life of the bikers. You don't show numbers. You don't show
So
uh, mm, things that you know. It's like all the magazines for me are the same, and I'm telling you this. I've been collaborating with many magazines, motorcycle magazines in Spain, but I always had the same discussion with the bosses, that you always show the same. Yes, the
yeah.
comparing the new bikes that goes into the market, but nobody's gonna buy those bikes. Yeah, only a small part of the population can afford those bikes, but the
Right.
90% of the people are not interested in the Ducati Panigale V4 is faster than the Yamaha R1M, because they are not gonna buy it, and they are not going to use them, and they are not going to use that features in on the track, because
Yeah,
normal people
absolutely.
are interested in all things. Just focus on normal riders, in standard riders that have big dreams like traveling, and it's, I think is that's the reason I like your projects like yours. So I'll
Thank
be
you.
very
Thank you.
I'll be always for you whenever you want to do a show or catch up or whatever. Just let me know. I'll be always I will be always available.
Thank
So
you.
please, people, keep on listening and this and supporting these kind of projects, because I really think they are they show the real life of the real bikers.
Yeah, that's what we want. We are creating this platform for people to come and participate and tell their stories. It doesn't matter whether you have ridden just 100 kilometers or thousands of kilometers or lakhs of kilometers. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
You come over and share your stories so that you are inspiring someone else to
Hmm.
do what they want to do or what they are dreaming of doing.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you very much, Mar, for coming on to our show and sharing all your experiences. I'm sure you enjoyed it, and also our audience.
Yes.
I suppose they have enjoyed the interview as well.
Thank you.
So
Thank
yeah,
you very
if
much.
you have any friends who would love to share their stories to us with us, do refer them to us, and I'm sure we can schedule an interview with them
All
and
right.
listen into their stories. Yeah,
I'll do
thank you
that.
so
I'll
much.
do that. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Just please, whatever if you want to contact me for whatever, just I'll be there. Okay. So just keep on writing, and is that all that I have to say? Just follow your dreams, please. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And guys, whoever wants to follow Mar, you can follow her on Instagram, Bloody Spaniard. That is Spainjard. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, do follow her. She's a lovely person, and biking is
Thank
life
you.
for her. And I'm sure all of you will get motivated by her. Thank you so much, Mar, for being with us on this show. It was really pleasure listening to you and your stories.
Likewise.
And
Likewise.
soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. So, guys, that was Mar Gomez Garcias for you. I hope all of you loved the show. And yeah, stay tuned. Today at 8 p.m., we have Guardian Gears on Roaring Cycles listings. They will be talking about their journey and also on on what are the things that they sell as in the products and stuff. And they are based out of Hyderabad. So please do tune in at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay, and I'll see you all then. Till then, take care, have chai, pani, nashta, bhajia, whatever, and be back and log in at 8 p.m. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.